and welcome to our talk show Rubaru. I'm Neha Chauhan and today I'm here present with Drew Davis. He's a producer, talent manager, and recording artist. Known for the trial of the Chicago 7 and the Disney's Wizards of Waverly Place. He's blending Hollywood tradition into the modern storytelling. He's a powerhouse who proved it that you can do it all music, movies, and more. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
So, if we talk about your transition from movies and music, so what inspired you to do that transition?
From movies into music, I,
Yes.
I feel like I've never left music. It's kind of been like a journal for me. So all along I've been writing and keeping that internal feeling alive.
Okay.
But it just felt right now.
Okay, so what kind of music is kind of that inspired you to do something in music?
So many music, so
Okay,
many genres of music
okay,
inspire me, from classics to R&B to pop, anything that's honest and that I resonate with.
okay. Can you tell us about your upcoming album?
Yeah, my upcoming album is called Azure Dawn, which basically is very reflective of where I am now in my life.
Okay,
It identifies transitions and struggles in real honesty, and I'm hoping that people resonate with it.
okay. And if we talk about its music, if you have also your favorite artist that inspired you to create something of your own. So, is there any artist that you follow?
I follow many artists. I would say that one artist in particular that I adore is Mariah Carey. Her
Oh,
skill for singing, but also her penmanship in writing
right.
is superb.
Her voice is very beautiful.
Yes.
Exactly. And again, if we talk about your career in movies,
Yeah.
like you have done the Trial of Chicago 7 and the Disney's Wizards of Waverly. So, what was the experience was?
Well, there were very different experiences. One, when I was on Wizards of Waverly Place, I was a kid, and it was lovely. Selena Gomez is just so sweet. Jake T. Austin, the whole cast is
Right.
truly amazing. And I was very blessed with that opportunity. My godmother was the vice president of Disney Channel for a long time, so
Mm.
I was able to just be around the atmosphere and learn through osmosis, and I really enjoyed it. Um, but as it relates to the Trial of Chicago
Mm.
7, with Aaron Sorkin, that was like a master class every
Right.
day. Like, he's brilliant, and he has a way of merging history in a way that feels current, and he identifies the truth in everything.
So, what do you enjoy about managing talent?
I would say managing talent reminds me of the human side. It reminds me that there is a necessary need for a bridge.
Mm.
And from the late nights, the doubts, the identifying how we're going to move forward,
Right.
that's awesome to me. I love the human side of things.
Okay. And there's always like a there's a two story behind like a coin have two sides, so you know the two stories.
Sure.
If you know about the opportunities in music industry, what are the challenges you have faced, the drawbacks you have faced?
What are the talents or the drawbacks that I
Yeah, yeah.
fixed? I mean, here's the thing. If we look at the problem, we won't find the solution, right?
Right.
So I'm always wanting to identify how can something be solved. And I guess that's kind of an oxymoron, but I'd rather look at the solution than the issue.
Okay. And while making music, so what type of observation you observe, innovation, or what type of creative scenario you created in your mind that help you in making music?
It's all from from my experience.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
all from your experience.
Everything I've written, it comes from deep within.
So, is there any incident that is kind of like very relatable to you, and you kind of imagine that before writing something?
When I'm writing, I usually first already have the lyrics, and then I
Okay,
find the melody. And it has to feel I have to feel it in order for me to really get behind it.
and
And I think that that's with anything in life.
right, true. And talking about film financing, so how did you enter in that?
Oh, wow. A friend of mine who's a producer, he came to me when I was so I went from acting into casting. And then
Hmm.
when I was in casting, a friend of mine who's a well-known producer, he asked me if I'd be interested in providing financing for a
Hmm.
film. And I said yes, and the rest is history. It's a really um, it's an impactful thing when
Hmm.
you can help bring to life impactful stories.
Right. So, how do you balance your creativity with while balancing this music and all?
Uh, that's it's like breathing, right? We always
Hmm.
have to find a way to be human in everything.
Right. Okay. And so, how do you balance art with business?
They're very separate from me.
Hmm.
Business is kind of more about the numbers, but I have to also make sure that any business that I do is attending to the nature of what matters in life.
Okay.
And when we look at art is so important. We need more light in the world.
Right.
And so that's kind of how I look at things.
And what genres excite you the most in movies and music?
Honesty. That's
Okay.
that's what I find to be what I resonate with is honesty. So whether it be music, it could be pop, it could be classical, it could be rock and roll. If there's honesty in it,
Hmm.
then I'm going to vibe with it. And I think that that's important because everyone can resonate with a certain level of truth.
Right.
And same with filming. If I look at a film before I back the film, before I put energy behind it,
Hmm.
I want to see what it's going to do in the world and what it could potentially have impact on,
Right.
because I think that that is a way that we can move forward in the future to create more light, and we need more of that.
Exactly, that's very true. And if we talk about artificial intelligence, that like technology,
Mm.
so do you see that as a collaboration, as an opportunity, or do you see that is kind of like a threat?
I think that we're still learning,
Okay,
and ultimately it will be interesting to see how the development of AI. I mean, it's still so new for us.
okay. And what drew you to the trial of the Chicago 7?
It's a timeless story.
Okay,
It's like
we have time, you can tell us.
it's when I look at something and see that a group of individuals
Hmm.
standing up for what they believe in, even when the system is against them, that's powerful.
Right.
And that's what I was drawn to.
And how is working with Aaron Sorkin?
Again, it's like a masterclass. He's brilliant,
Oh.
brilliant.
So is there any moment you share with him that is like it's become a core memory for you?
No, I think that ultimately, when when someone on a certain level of genius needs to operate, you let them do their thing, right?
Yeah.
And you trust them to be able to do their thing. And he was magnificent, magnificent.
So as an artist, so do you blend music with films also?
That is upcoming, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a kind of like a sneak peek
A
into
little
your film.
sneak peek. Yes, some music will be in my upcoming films, but you know,
And how does management influence your producing?
heavily. The individuals that I manage, I always start from the space of wanting to help someone.
Hmm.
So that's all the influence that needs, right? If I can see how I could help someone,
Hmm.
then I might as well do it because that's where my heart is.
Okay. And if you talk about competition, in this world we have a lot of competition.
Yeah.
So while you are managing someone for them talent, so do you feel that you have to motivate them about them that you can do it? Because sometimes they feel that they can't do it because of competition, because of hate, and a lot of things.
I think that, yeah, I mean, there's certain moments that are very humanizing,
Hmm.
right? And it's about identifying that human aspect of knowing that if you can inspire someone to
Hmm.
be their best, then that's what it's about.
Right. And through your music, what type of message you wanted to convey to the audience? Everyone has their art form; they wanted to something to convey.
I mean, ultimately, I know I keep reiterating it, but
Hmm.
I just want to have a certain level of honesty out into the world. And that's, for me, that's music.
Okay. And what do you enjoy about like in music?
What do I enjoy about it?
Hmm.
Everything.
Okay, by producing, singing, and all.
I'm not so much, I'm not the type of producer who will music producer who will sit
Hmm.
down and, do all the little gadgets,
Right.
but I know what I want and I can hear it and I write from that space.
Any parallels between mentoring and making music?
Art is art, so there's so many parallels. It all comes from a different space, but
Hmm.
it's from the same cloth.
Right. And what challenges you have faced while mentoring the people?
What challenges?
Right.
I mean, if again, I always look at the solutions. So I'm grateful to be able to work with people.
Right.
I'm grateful to have people who trust me, and that's what I love focusing on.
Okay. And what motivates you to keep going? Because in this, there are a lot of people who also be like, the feedbacks are sometimes of negative, right? The
Sure.
feedbacks are negative. So how do you like able to convey from that and to move forward?
Um, I think that it's important to have a focus point, right?
Hmm.
If you focus on the negative, then maybe you'll get more negative. If you
Right.
focus on positivity and why it is you're doing what you're doing, then that should be the shape of it. That's the
Right.
scope.
And what projects in films you are working on?
I can't really say too much.
Hmm.
There's a few. One of them starts filming next in September
Hmm.
with Kate Beckinsale, so we're excited about that. We're shooting in Abu Dhabi. It's called Bunker 13.
Hmm.
And then we have some additional projects that soon I'll be able to speak on.
Okay. And what type of characters excite you the most while playing in movies? Like, is there any character you wanted to play in next movie or next project?
Raw characters.
Oh,
Yeah, raw
it
characters.
excited you the most, and why?
Because that's the most human. I mean, when you look at the things that have impacted you in your life, would you not say that it's usually from a place of honesty and raw emotion?
Okay.
That's what I'm about.
Right. And is there any movie that like shape your perception about films or change your perception about films?
Um, One that I can always go back to is Forrest Gump
Oh, why?
because it has a good balance between um, tragedy, happiness, and it encapsulates exactly what life
Right.
is.
So any dream collaboration you would like to collaborate with the artist or any film producer?
I'm always open to collaborating with visionaries,
Okay.
people who are filmmakers, who are musicians, who are walking their truth. That's what I like.
So can we see a
Someone with
collaboration
vision.
like can we see a collaboration between you and Indian artists and something like
That
that?
would be amazing. I have been looking into that, and a friend of mine, his name is Tushar Tyagi.
Hmm.
We're identifying ways we can collaborate.
Okay. And has film influenced your music style?
I think both are true at the same time. Film has influenced my music. Music has influenced my film.
Okay. So do you plan to blend music with films at some point of time, or you wanted
Do
to
you
do
mean like a musical, or do
right
you mean like putting my music into the films?
more like a musical?
I haven't been presented with that opportunity, but I would be open to it.
Okay. And what lesson did the project teach you? All those that project you have done.
The biggest lesson I think is identifying and understanding that everything that you do has purpose, and everything that you do should matter.
Right.
So that's the
So
biggest takeaway.
any tips you wanted to give to the persons who wanted to pursue music as a career or movies as a career?
I would say just continue moving forward because nothing is ever as easy as it seems.
Right.
So you have to have that level of energy so that you can fully take on what it is that you want because everything is possible.
True. And in this generation, if we talk about Gen Z,
Yeah.
they have that thing that we wanted views and likes at instant. They don't have that patience to be like you should do continue with your content or whatever your career path you have chosen. So, what message you would like to convey to them?
Well, I think that there's a certain level of marketing when it comes to Gen Z, but even when you look at what they like, there's still a raw truth to it,
Hmm.
right? So, again, as long as we're moving from a place of honesty, that's what matters.
So there's like they are creating music and producing music through AI, and this is kind of like the creativity. The creativity is losing in this technology.
I think that, again, um, that comes down to the artist. If the artist gives permission,
Hmm.
then that's incumbent on them. But I think that art will always need a space from a human touch.
Okay, and let me ask you an interesting question. That is, what is art to you?
Art is life.
Art is life. Well, that's really beautiful answer. So at last, any message you wanted to give to the audience about your upcoming project?
I hope that you like it. We'll
Okay,
see.
that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us and giving such an insightful session with us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
We will be back with another episode. Keep watching our talk show, Rubaru.